Keep it on the ground. Reed upended at the 41, and here will come the last timeout by Norvell. So again, you've got 2 more plays here, minute 20.
He's got to be what's being talked about over during the timeout right now. 2 hands on the football, nothing loose. We've seen a punch out here in this second half from Earl Little Jr. We had the Holmes fumble. That's 10 costly seconds that come off the board. Blake Nicholson, you'll see him right here. He looks over. He takes a knee well before it's set. They're still pulling bodies off the pile. Blake Nicholson's over here on a knee, and they blow it dead. Came back this season to try to change the fortunes of Florida State, to help this team and, have a completely different type of season than it had last year, to have, for himself, improve his draft.
In for Pitt, but the story nationally will be another loss for Florida State. 3 straight defeats for a team that all of a sudden, after the shocking win over Bama, people were talking about again. For Dusty Dvorak, Taylor McGregor, our entire outstanding crew, Dave Pasch saying so long from Tallahassee, where Pitt stuns the Seminoles. Now we send you to Boulder, Iowa State, and Colorado.
Sanders, who thankfully is healthy. He had surgery for blood clots in his leg 4 days ago. That was on Tuesday. He was back at practice, he told us, Wednesday at 9 a.m. And for a guy who has gone to St. Louis, to see this guy, someone you've up to its worst start in his 3 years, going up against number 22 Iowa State at 5-1 so far. And Caden Salter, quarterbacks Colorado.
In that swing pass, and I hope he's all right.
True freshman in his first career snap right there after he was hurt at camp. And we will check on Peppers after this.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap. DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's Couture.
Okay, thank you so much.
Been here for years. In 1941, Jeep wrote the book on 4-wheel drive.
Years later, the Jeep brand is still influencing. Some create trends, we create our own trail. Some send a smiling emoji, we smile.
River Peppers walked off with assistance again on his first collegiate snap. So 3rd down and long for this Iowa State offense led by Rocco Becht, the 3rd-year starter.
Navigate the pocket. That's the kind of thing that throws off the timing of a guy who's as good as there is at throwing on time and in rhythm, and Rocco Becht. That's 2 good series for Colorado's defense.
Led by Rob Livingston, the defensive coordinator.
On offense, protect the football, no turnovers. That falls squarely on Caden Salter's shoulders, in particular when he's throwing the football for Iowa State's defense. Allow less than 150 rush yards and make the Buffaloes throw to win.
Not have enough. Just a yard, so 4th down coming up. Sturdy defense from Iowa State.
Yeah, it sure is. Again, back to that 3-3-5 look. Colorado wants to try and run the football. Best cornerback to ever do it. To see the way his guys are challenging at the catch point and trying to be physical against this Iowa State passing game.
Corner R.J. Johnson's been out since week 3, and there are a ton of injuries on the Bucs defense.
And just throw him out of the way. They have 2 freshmen on this defensive line, he being one of them, along with Alexander McPherson, who they really like in terms of their physical upside. That's exactly what you want to see.
Been in rhythm, has so many pieces, like we said, around Rocco Becht and going up against an injury-plagued Colorado defense.
Yeah, this offensive line just solid 1 through 5. And again, you've seen this Colorado defense. That ball never hit the ground. He never lost control of it. He never hit the ground after, if he would have lost control. I mean, that's got to be a better throw from Salter, because that could be a catch and run situation. Maybe he could turn that up the field.
Baby giraffe. He only weighs about 205 pounds, goes to the air, tries to pick up the 1st down. And that is complete to Jolie. And there's an example of that talent that Jolie. FBS tight ends with the most catches, a popular target for Bailey. Notre Dame trying to provide some pressure, but Bailey's going deep downfield with plenty of time, and it's complete. And that is Terrell Anderson for the touchdown. 40 point and tie it at 7. After an 11-play, 83-yard, 4.5-minute drive, Vineset is good. Big strike from Bailey. So we'll try to get word on why Dallas Golden's walking to the locker room. So Notre Dame starting off here with a little change. Jadarian Price gets his first carry.
And he finds it.
Big gain of 20 for Price. C.J. Carr to the air on first down. That is complete to Malachi Fields, who has his first reception. We've got a flag in. Boise State, both teams penalized for a lot. This is Price bouncing it out. That's what he does. And a good run by Jadarian Price after the hold, and we've Bailey going downfield. He's got the first down and a lot more. That is complete to Teddy Hoffman. Bailey starting to warm up here. At the 41, he's going to run it out. C.J. Bailey picks up some good yards. He's kind of a legend down in the South Florida area, Coach. C.J. Bailey's teammates. So Bailey slinging it out to Duke Scott for another nice game.
Can you imagine Bailey and Jeremiah Smith getting off the bottom?
Three stacked to the right of Bailey. He's going the other way for a one-on-one matchup. Incomplete, as that was Drake Bowen in coverage of Hollywood Smothers, who was trying to get.
Let's go.
And they give it to him. And here's Love. Across the 15 to the 16, short of the first down. Brings up third down. Caden Fordham, who has the Carr, two-step drop. Ball is batted at the line of scrimmage. And that brings up fourth down. That is Jolie in motion to the left, lining up in the slot. Bailey was looking his way. More pressure, and just come crashing in is Jalen Stroman. 4:06 left in this opening half. Notre Dame trying to regain the lead. And that pass complete to Raritan for a huge gain down to the Wolfpack 45-yard line. Gain of the day for Raritan. And Carr going to go to the air again, surveying and looping it over the defense. Beautiful pass, complete to Raritan. That is the kind of touch. Third and 2, they give it a Price. He stopped for a loss, and that'll bring up fourth down. And another interesting call here.
Well, it just looked rushed, Hicksy. It looked rushed.
They fake it to Price, and now Carr's running for his life, just heaving it into the end zone, and it is picked off. There's a flag down to put some more points on the board before halftime. Tied at 7. Bailey steps up, goes down underneath, pass complete, and it's a pretty good game by Duke Scott.
Look for some rub routes.
Bailey strong arms it to the near side, and the pass is complete to Terrell Anderson. Timeout and 1:20 left. Bailey trying to quiet down this crowd. Good pursuit there.
There he is.
That was Leonard Moore. Dishing when he's back in there. Second down and 9 for Bailey. That pass, is that picked off? Looks like Christian Gray got it. Eric Schmidt, so we'll see if that comes into play here as Carr on first down and 10 goes over the middle. There's a big chunk.
Clock the ball. Clock the ball.
Clock stopped at 12 seconds with a first down. Notre Dame trying to get a little more yardage here. Carr with time. Pass complete to Raritan, his tight end. And that stops the clock with 8 seconds left.
Yeah, I love the call right there.
On 3rd and 7, Carr, quick flip. Raritan gets maybe 3 yards more, so the ball spotted maybe at about the 29 or 30. 3 field goals so far this year. This one from 48 yards to give the Irish the lead. And Burnett is able to cap it off. Back of the day for the Wolfpack defense, who now has Notre Dame in a 2nd down and 15 hole. So they give it to Price, gets a few back, but not much, not even to the 30-yard line.
3rd and 10. I would anticipate this
series here for Notre Dame, up 10-7. And that ball is complete to Faison. Carr hung in. So on 4th and 2, and picking up the first down is Tyler Buckner. Carr trying to get something going in rhythm. Pass is complete at the 49-yard line to K.K. Smith.
Do you remember Tyler Buckner?
Carr stepping up and then just looping it down. A dangerous pass, and we've got flags in there as Eli Raritan was in double cover and had a number of big catches that enabled Burnett to get in close enough for that field goal from 48 yards. This is Price, and now this Notre Dame offense is starting to rev up. As we said earlier, Dave Dorn said we had got no chance unless we can keep Price and Love contained, and that's what they do. They'll bring up 3rd down and long. Sebastian Harsh in there.
Here they come.
Carr hangs in there, goes over the middle. Wide open is K.K. Smith for the score. Who in the fake punt was the man that picked up the 1st down to keep this very drive alive with a hold that helps put the Irish up by 10 with 7 minutes ticked in the room, and he just exudes confidence. Nothing cocky or arrogant about it. He just knows how good he is, you can tell. This is complete, and a nice move by Hollywood Smothers picking up the 1st down for NC State. Gain of 8. Botello's coming around the edge. Bailey's flushed out. He's going to try to run it and gets close to the 1st down. And here's a start, and Jeremiah Love, who's been sitting on the sidelines for a long time, lowers his shoulder and ends off a big chunk. 3:45 left in the 3rd. Carr surveying, just picking apart this defense now, and that is K.K. Smith for another big gain after just having his first.
Another big play for this Irish offense.
Carr spreading it around. This time he keeps it to Love. Just stops in his tracks. Kind of looks at the real estate ahead of him and picks up another nice game. Notre Dame trying to get some distance between the underdog NC State team. Carr going to the goal line. Pauline! Touchdown, Notre Dame! Burnett slips it in the right upright to make it 24-7. And with Notre Dame up by 17, we're going to. That was a sweet moment before the game.
No doubt.
As Ash, obviously, in his first year as the defensive coordinator for Notre Dame, tries to get his legs under him. This is Hollywood Smothers trying to do the same.
Stride here the last 3 weeks.
And all Chris Ash and everybody else heard about was, oh, Al Golden, man, he was so good. He's gone. He's defensive coordinator with the Bengals. But Notre Dame's defense. Smothers is split out to Bailey's left. He's looking right, nothing there. Checks down and hammered Drake Bowen. Just Wolfpack gonna give it a shot.
Same defense.
Bailey steps up, goes over the middle. That pass is picked off by Adon Schuler. And Schuler streaking down. And we'll give it to Price, trying to find that edge. And the Wolfpack did a nice job of closing it down.
Yeah, it's excellent defense. I like the call by Denver.
The crossbar to close out the first half. This from 34 yards and just inside. Good for Burnett to add a little cushion to the Notre Dame lead. And 3rd and 3. Bailey floating back, and then finally another interception. That's Kingston Viliamuasa. We've got flags on the play previous week, so he has been getting a lot more playing time. This is Carr, flown it to the fade route. Faison! No. Devon Marshall on the cover, and there's a long connection of Corrigan's to Notre Dame and NC State as well. Over the middle to Raritan. Boy, has he been a big factor today. At tight end, Jeremiah Love is back in the backfield as Notre Dame begins this series. Carr fakes it to him. Tries to fake his way to more yardage along the right side before he's brought down by Devon Marshall. Let's go back down to Zora. Down in 6. goes the other way. And he's got Faison, who puts on the moves like he's on the lacrosse field. Huge gain for Faison. On 3rd and 5. CJ looking left. Pass complete to Faison. Nice move there to pick up the first down.
I love Faison.
Up there. And in the end, turn their kids into some of the best lacrosse players in the country. This is love.
Those pictures are priceless, and those memories for those guys are priceless. And
Corrigan, very familiar to Notre Dame folks. The late Gene Corrigan was the athletic director here at Notre Dame. Carr going for Rarity. What a catch by the tight end.
they want another touchdown.
Rarity's got 109 yards through the air, and Jeremiah Love has his latest touchdown. His 11th of the season. Second receivers with 100+ yards through the air today. As Eric Schmidt comes in with the extra point. Remember, Burnett has been handling it again, and he's proved it on the field. 3rd and 9. Bailey's got a wide open receiver as the Notre Dame defender fell down. That was Teddy Hoffman with a clear
boy. He's going to take a shot.
Why not? Floating in, and we've got another pick, this time Carson Hobbs. Maybe Indiana can hang on here. Notre Dame just rolling out the clock here.
Impressive win.
Yep.
Last week, Mike Denbrock, the offensive coordinator of Notre Dame, said when it got sticky in the game, we challenged our guy to butt. I love the line. That's what they did again today. They're building that toughness and callous as they're making a little run here. Well done.
This game was just 10-7 at the half, and it was 10-7 at the half. 29 straight points to win going away.
They ran him out of the building in the second half.